Welcome back to Manufactio. I was going to say Factorio. Wow. Close. Anyway, we got some problems. It's episode 3 and there's a dragon. Yeah, we can take care of dragons, and by take care, I mean take care permanently. But they are a bit of a nuisance, and we're going to need to deal with them more permanently soon. However, as long as my bullets last, I can actually take care of them. They do, however, attack you, and you are probably going to want... take care of them like that. However, of course, you only have a certain number of bullets, and I really would like more platforms. So I started making more and more platforms out to various chunks where I could find ore. I'll show you where they are from the seed. You can see the seed where I am in the first episode. It shows you that if you want to follow along with it. So over here I found, first of all, this one, and you can see what I've got in here. I look at the coordinates of the underneath the mini-map. It's 81 minus 1466. And here we've got copper, we've got more coal, and we've got silver. Those are all kind of good. There is our original iron spot, and you can see where all my mining areas are because of the pollution. We're gonna have to deal with that sooner or later, but for now, and it's building up on the inside because I've got my furnaces on the inside, so I may well move the furnaces outside and have that going. Anyway, the coal is on the other side. You can see roughly where that is. And I think that's it. I think I've only got 3 points right now. The other one's iron. It's over there. I need this new structure. Really? I don't see any ravens, but I hear them. Or crows, whichever they are. Anyway, over here we've got our coal set up, so we can go and grab some coal. And everything is pretty much now coal-fired, or it is electricity basically powered. And we'll get that going over here. I don't want to run too much because essentially I don't have a huge supply of food. I have my accidentally killed cooked mutton, and that's pretty much it. I occasionally get red science packs converted into loot bags, which occasionally drop raw fish, which keep me going without much of a problem. And you can see my inside hasn't changed that much. We just got the laboratory going. Today we're going to get to green science, and we're going to need that for a few other bits and pieces. And I want to close my doors just to make sure. However, note that everything out there is half slabs. And I did get one comment saying stuff was still spawning. Do make sure that when you get your half slabs, that you do so in such a way that there are no, if you press F7, that there are no yellow crosses like this. They need to be half a block above the actual block levels. Otherwise, stuff will certainly still spawn on them, and you will get them. So yeah, do bear in mind, you need to build them at that height. And I haven't had anything spawning, any zombies spawning at night since then. I have been getting dragons, but that's something else entirely. That's about the 3rd dragon I've had. So yeah, we're ready to get on with the episode. So why don't we get started with that? First of all, here is my chest full of resources, and we're starting to build up more coal than I can reasonably use right now. But that's okay. We're going to be using... we're going to be using something else to actually... Well, I'll get to that in a little bit. We're going to be using something else for the coal. First of all, this structure. So, oops, I shouldn't run. This structure is the improved blast furnace. So you may be aware of what this is from prior playthroughs, or if you've played yourself. Reinforced blast brick. Basically, I've put, I think, one too many levels of this blast brick. But the reinforced blast brick you can make. So blast brick, and there it is. So it's just hardened bricks, which is just regular hardened stone cooked in a furnace with an iron ingot, and you get that. And here is the whole structure. So on the top is where you feed in your materials, so your iron and your coal coke, which we don't have coal coke yet. And out of the front, which is this side, you get your result, and I think you get slag coming out of the back, and the two sides can basically be for extra air that you want to input to this thing. Can't use it yet because we need other stuff, but that is available right from the very start. And I think I actually put one too many layers of blast brick. To make this, you just make it like, I think it's like 3x3 or 4x3x3, and then put one copper on the top in the middle, and right-click it with your engineer's hammer, and you will get that. Oh no, there's another dragon. Yeah, so we may have to get more bullets fairly soon. He's just flying around over there, or she. We don't want to presume what sex a dragon is. And yeah, let's just shut the doors so make sure we don't get anything coming in, and we can get on with the quests. So in here we've got to get to green science pack. Green science needs an assembler to actually make, so we definitely need basic automation, and basic automation opens up a lot of the other tabs. Automation, logistics, a lot of them require that basic automation to get into them. So we definitely need this one whether we're going to use it or not. So I've been running some of the red science packs through our laboratory to get us some red research to be able to do this with. 2x2x2 multi-block structure, and we just need to spend some research points. So I've got 56 here, and I've got some more in here, another 16. Good. So that's over a stack. Going to be something like 72, yeah. So that should be enough for a few of these things. So let's just take that, detect, submit. And there we go. So stage A001, and that should unlock this. Which then takes us down to having an additional work table, which seems like the sort of thing I want, but I don't want to spend 50 red research right now on that. I would like to get some of this, however. I would like to get the biogenerator. And I would like to be able to make the green science pack. But before we get to that, let's just see what it actually takes to make the assembler. So, yes, we want the assembler. Basic assembler, probably. Advanced assembler, basic assembler. There we go. So, we need a machine controller, machine circuitry, inserter, tiny bits and pieces, and a machine casing. And I have some of those things. I've made a few of them, and some of them are in my inventory. I definitely don't have machine circuitry or the tiny stuff. So you see I've got a machine casing, some couple of machine controllers. So machine circuitry we're going to need to actually go and make one of, at least. Machine circuitry. And as expected, it's just going to be one of these. And I don't have enough copper. However, I do have a lot of copper in my backpack. There we go. So definitely you want to find a copper node. You don't want to have to wait. Let's just take that iron out for a second. You don't have to wait to go and find that. Find that as soon as possible. You're definitely going to need iron. The other stuff I've found, obviously the silver that we picked up. I haven't found gold yet, but make sure you keep at least one of these for the seismic reader while you find stuff around. And coal, again, just put one piece of coal in the seismic reader and you'll go and find the coal chunks as well. So lead, I've got silver, I've got copper, iron. I need gold, and I have a chunk with tin in it. I just don't have a mine on top of it. There is some steel that got given to me and diamonds as part of the loot bags. They're occasionally stuff that you get, and maybe they'll be useful, but for right now, I'm keeping them in here. I'm not going to spend them on crafting stuff that I might want, but might regret a whole bunch later. So, with that in mind, I'm going to wait for myself to make some copper. I'm going to make these requirements for the basic assembler, and I'll bring you back once I've done that. Okay, I'm going to put it right here, right next to the input of our laboratory. We'll separate them later and move them outside, but for now I've moved the furnaces outside, and I tried to leave a hole on the inside I could get to them with, but it turns out they input sometimes, well, yeah, they input pollution at the back. So, didn't want to do that, just put some glass back in. Anyway, let's get the rest of this done. So the energy input hatches there should be there at the back, I think, like that. And then the circuitry... Yep, and then where else? Basic assembler, circuitry, inserter, and the controller. Okay, so controller goes, well, let's put the inserter down first. Okay, and then the controller. Okay, it's changed. So we now have an assembler. It does not have any ability to make anything yet because it basically doesn't have a connector to receive energy. So we are going to need to do that. I think I have some, I don't have any in my inventory, but I do have some spare, I want to say, hopefully somewhere. There was some in that previous chest. Yep, one connector will do. And then we just want some LVY coil as normal. And then we'll just run this off the relay that we're powering the laboratory from, at least at this early stage. It should be able to do just fine. And one from you to you. And that should be powered up. Yeah, missing input item. Blueprint found none. Fine. But we can now input items into these two slots. And output comes out here. Okay, so we need to do green science packs. And that's the next thing. So green science. So green science in basic assembler. It needs a conveyor belt and an inserter, and it produces a green science pack. So that's all we need. Do I have a conveyor belt and inserter? I do. So let's put one inserter in there and one conveyor in there. And that should take it and start producing, hopefully. Yeah, progress. Good. And at this side, at some point soon, I should get a green science pack, which I only need one of to get an uncommon loot bag. But more importantly, it unlocks this additional work table and unlocks other things further down the line. Whether or not we use this en masse or not is something else entirely. So what are you going to say? There's my green science pack, and I should be able to detect that. Yes, and get an uncommon loot bag. And there's our green science pack quest. And I get machine casing, and a common loot bag. Okay, common loot bag. I get some more raw fish and some electrotine, which is a manually mined material only. So let's just dump that back in my miscellaneous chest, and I can cook up some raw fish, etc. But that's that done. And then since we did basic automation, that should now have unlocked in here. So yes, we have basic electronics we can make with more red research. Combining these with circuits, we have a way to sort items, which is good. Provides the item router from immersive engineering and additional logistics blocks from logistical automation. Okay, so that's that opened. And then in here we have logistics 1, so additional conveyor belts we can get into. Processing, more importantly, powered mining. So burn a drill to a powered drill allows faster mining and removes the need for a solid fuel source. Okay, not sure that removes the pollution as such. Oh, hang on, here we go. Pollution, no carbon, but 0.1 sulfur. Fine, but we have to actually produce power to actually do that. So we need to figure out a way of producing power or have relays from our solar panel capacitors that we've been given. So fine. And then more importantly for me, I'm probably going to want this. This is the metal press, and I'm going to detect and submit because I want the metal press to be able to basically make a few other things. The next thing I also want is, ideally, over here, creosote. I want the ability to make a coke oven, which turns coal into coal coke, and lets me power up the improved blast furnace, which lets me get steel, although it is incredibly polluting, looking at this. So 4 carbon, 0.4 sulfur. Maybe we don't want this for very long. Do I have enough for this? Oh, I'm missing 8. That's fine, though, because we can just get the rest crafted in here. Red science. Red science is going to be just the gears. Yeah, iron gears. So let's get that reintroduced. I have far more iron than I do copper right now, so I'm just going to go with this kind of approach. I need 8, so I probably need 16 of these, and I'm going to need a lot more iron. But I have a lot more iron, so no big deal. And of course, I may well move this outside. So let's just get these done. So let's just get 12 more gears. Okay, then 12. And then I have enough copper, I think, for red science. And I just want 8. Okay, and then we'll just shove that in the laboratory, get everything we need, and then unlock, whoops. Ah, that's 3. I didn't really want to do that, but okay, I will put those in. That will process into the research that I can then unlock the coke oven with. So I'm going to unlock that. I'm probably going to build it, and I'll bring you back once we're ready, and we'll start putting some coal coke in there. More importantly, when you're actually doing this, it's quite beneficial because it does one operation at the same speed. It's more beneficial to actually take all of your coal, and if you're going to convert it into coal coke, make it into the block form first, and then process the block form. So you get coal coke blocks. See you in a minute. If you manage to kill a dragon over your platform rather than having it drop down into nowhere, of course you're going to get XP, but you're also going to get loot bags. So rare loot bag, first one, thought I'd bring it on camera, and I get an inserter. I'm very happy with that. An unfamiliar item, I have no idea what that is. It looks like a motor. Another unfamiliar item that looks like a high-end or HV connector or relay. A loot chest, and an unfamiliar item. Loot chest, you do sometimes get it at loot bags. And the loot chest gets us rotten flesh, pumpkin seeds, and iron horse armor. I'm not really going to need, well, iron horse armor, I don't think. But, hey, we can probably melt it down, maybe, and put it in a furnace. Will it actually melt? The horse armor? It will not. Oh, well, there goes my horse armor. I'm not going to need that. I'm just going to dump all the other stuff in here. I'm not going to need them for now. I will be moving out the earth from the inside onto the outside, or making dirt. You can make dirt with biofuel, so we do need to make that soon. So I'm just going to carry on making a bits and pieces of other stuff, and I'll bring you back now showing you the dragon kill loot bag. If you remember last episode, before I made a switch across to electric on the internal laboratory, I made some of these coal generators. We're going to need them, and we're going to need a little bit of glass as well, which I made from sand, which you can grind down from... what was it again? From gravel, and from gravel from the stone that you get from your miners. This stuff, hardened stone. Just basically put an iron pickaxe along with it in your crafting grid, and you'll start grinding things down. So we are actually going to want one of these biogenerators, which needs these things that we have. There we go. So we need the coal generator going in, cauldron and the glass, and that should be everything. Yep. So that means I probably... Oh, I'm going to get some... Yeah, I'm going to get some gold and some silver. I'm going to keep the gold just in case I can use that for the seismic thing to find gold ore. Not sure whether that will actually work or not, but we'll give it a try. And that's that. So it should be over back here somewhere. There we go. Biogenerator. So we get 3 gold and 3 silver. And we can make the biogenerator itself. Of course, this lets us make biofuel, which is quite important, I think. So the biofuel... you can see here we make it with a biogenerator from pretty much anything. Seedlings, I think leaves work as well. So we're probably going to make some shears and get that done and convert that over. So the machine blueprint itself is going to be quite simple. A controller, an inserter, a biogenerator, input and output. And it doesn't actually say whether it needs power or not. I would assume it did. But, oh, there's no energy input. So... Yeah, well, it's a generator, so yeah, that'd be crazy if you needed electricity. So yeah, I'm being silly. Fine. So bottom layer, output, input, biogenerator. Fine. It's going to be producing power for us, so we should probably put it wherever we need the power. I'm going to put it inside for now, just because it's safer in here, but I will want it over outside later. I'm going to cut this down, because I don't think I need this dynamic tree in here anymore. I've got my small forest over there providing me wood. We're going to move that out as soon as I get enough dirt to rebuild outside. I don't want to move this just yet as it's got grass. And I think it's actually now autumn. I think this pack has seasons, by the way. You can see my breath sort of misting slightly. So I'm just wondering whether grass will continue to regrow in autumn and winter. It may not do. And that will be nice because then this doesn't get... it doesn't get overgrown all the time. Let me just cut down a whole bunch of the grass. Let's see if it regrows. If it doesn't, cool. I'm going to like the winter months. Apart from when I'm going to... Oh, no, it regrows. Never mind. Fine. Industrial hemp seeds we're going to need as well. And that's why you need to break the grass regardless. And we're ready to go. So let's just go and put down something over here. I can remove my miscellaneous chest anyway later. So output. Input. Biogenerator from mechanisms generators, and then what was the rest? It was going to be an inserter, wasn't it? And then the controller. Is that what it needs? Biogenerator. It's the controller on the left, and then that there. There we go. That is a biogenerator, and missing input item. So we're going to make some shears. Why not? And because they're easy enough to make, I can just make them in my... That didn't sound too nice. Do I have another creature around? Yes, where did you come from? Maybe on top of that structure, because I didn't put stuff down over there. But that's the only place that I haven't, so... Yeah, I'm not going to go out there until daytime. Anyway, shears. Leaves. Leaves? Yes, plenty of leaves. And my frame rate tanks. Okay, and let's just shove them into the input. And will you actually do anything? Yeah, there you go. It's producing. So we should start getting stuff in the output here. And from there, we will be able to, presumably... are you processing? You clearly are processing. There we go, biofuel. So this can be made straight into dirt, I think. Yep, with 9 of it. Good. Or compost. Cactus green. Good. Grass blocks will be quite important, at least one of them. But that needs a water bucket. We don't have water just yet, so, you know, we have to take our things where we can get it. Same thing here with sugar canes. We don't have that yet either. So the main thing right now is getting dirt, I think, and getting it up and running. Compost we can make hummus with. And yeah, the other thing we're going to need is a carpenter pretty soon, along with water. So maybe water should be our next objective. Anyway, I need to go and work through how we need to get that. I'll bring you back in a second. I did go and craft an iron sword just to compare its damage to my pistol. It's not too bad, but they charge right towards you. So not sure whether we're going to actually want an iron sword, at least not until we get a much better one. However, it did drop an epic loot bag, which inside has got some turret armor. some mechanical parts, both for Tech Guns mod, so presumably we're going to have nice turrets, just like in Factorio, for the equivalent of biters, and then some unfamiliar items that I have no idea what they do just yet, but maybe they're just going to be the parts. So we need stage P24 and R34, so further down the tech chain it goes. Regardless, we got some other bits and pieces going, and one other thing, by the way, this does have a biogenerator as part of it, so you can produce power here if you want to. Right now, I'm only concerned with actually getting biofuel, but if you want that, you can actually get it, and there's no problem doing it. So yeah, I'm off to collect more, and I really wish there was ore excavation in the pack, but that's just me. Anyway, moving on. At this point, you're going to want to switch across to using your improved blast furnace. It's going to do two things for you. One, it's going to be probably faster than your regular furnaces over here. Two, it's going to produce a side product called tiny slag, and it's going to be back here. There we go. You can make those in a 3x3 into regular slag, which you can then use that to make other things. Are you going to come close to me, or are you going to keep circling? No, you're going to keep circling. Okay, so tiny slag. More importantly, it's going to be able to make clay, and clay is what we're going to need to use to make... was the recipe I actually needed. It's going to be one of our prerequisites for, I think, the metal press or something else. We definitely need clay, put it that way. It's one of the recipes in here. Oh, there it is. Coke brick. So if we want cold coke, we need clay and bricks, and of course, that's the same thing, just cooked. And sandstone is easy, it's just sand, so we do need the clay. So the clay, you can make it in a carpenter once you have some water of some kind. That's going to be the interesting part. You have 2 slags and 1 dirt, and each slag can be made from tiny slag. And there's the dragon. Okay, so 5 bullets per dragon should be enough, hopefully. Reload. Yep, and they do that attack, which is all kinds of fun. And then dies. Okay, I need more platform to catch these things. Regardless, onward, and I need to carry on making stuff, but we get tiny slag out of here. That's our route to make clay, at least in a void world. In a regular world, you can of course just go and hunt clay normally. And it seems that you don't actually need coal coke to make steel, presumably it's just a better fuel source, so that's perfectly fine. Went and put iron, into the improved blast furnace out there, and 5 iron makes 1 steel as far as that's concerned in this pack, so we can just convert those into a steel mold. Okay, so we got a plate mold, hopefully. Oops, I need to put the ingredients in. There we go, plate mold. And that, along with our assembler, can then make iron sheet metal, which is the thing we need to get water. So if I go over here and put them into my input, there is my metal press mold. Hopefully that shouldn't get used up. However, we'll see. And let's put iron sheet metal into here. Yeah, that doesn't appear to be getting used up. Will you process? Where's the controller? There it is. It's certainly processing. Okay, and we should start getting iron plate out here, which is exactly what we need for basically for the sheet metal. So we're going to convert all of our iron, or at least all of that stack of iron, into iron plates, and let's collect the fluid and look. Right, it needs iron sheet metal. I think it's like 36 or 32 sheet metal. So if you have a look here, we get 4 for every 4 of these. So it's 1 to 1. So we just want 32 of these, which should be fair enough. And it's probably going to be half and half of whatever iron and plates I put in, or something like that, or maybe 1 to 1. We'll see. Shouldn't matter. I've got plenty of iron getting on with, and I need to go and do another harvest run for my mines, but I don't have to mine them manually, so I'm fairly happy about the whole process. Anyway, 24, 25 shouldn't take much longer, and then we want the fluid unloader. So hopefully I can actually make that without needing to unlock it. Fluid unloader. There it is. So we need a machine controller, input output for items, and a normal fluid output hatch, which is where presumably we're going to be able to pull that out with a water bucket, or well, a bucket to make it into a water bucket. So I'll make this, and does it say we need? It doesn't say we need power for this thing anywhere, but I'm sure we'll see when that actually comes online. There's our fluid unloader. You can use leaves as before, or I'm just going to have, I've got like over a stack of saplings, so I'm going to put half a stack in there, and that should process 16 saplings into 1 bucket of water. Is a bucket a regular recipe, or is it going to be one of those evil recipes in this pack? It is a regular recipe. Good, because I'm going to need that. I'm not going to use up the lava bucket or move that anywhere else. More dragons outside still. Let's get a regular bucket going. 1, 2, 3, and that is good. Actually, maybe 2. So we're going to process 2. And hopefully we'll get us infinite water. We'll see whether this pack will last for it. There's our water. And for now, we're not going to need this anymore, to be honest. So we can take it back down if we want to, assuming that we get infinite water. Let's go and test that quickly. So let's just break these 4. Okay, and test 1. Test 2. Yeah, infinite water. Cool. So I don't know. I don't need this anymore, at least for now. We can break it and bring it down. And of course, I'm sure we'll be using it later for other purposes. But for now, I need the space more than anything else. And of course, things aren't quite as simple as they appear. You can't just get your coke oven from a carpenter without carpenter being made. And carpenter needs bronze. Of course, we can't make bronze without some way of alloying them. So early game, you're going to alloy for basic alloy processing. And you're going to need some red research, of course, as before, which I've already got. And there we go. We can claim that. So we now should be able to make the alloy kiln. Let's take a look at what it needs for that. So alloy kiln. Alloy kiln projector. No, it'll probably be kiln brick or something like that. Yep. Yeah, kiln brick. And that's going to need bricks and sandstone. Sandstone is easy, just sand and then 2x2. And bricks, of course, is made with clay. So clay is what we're going to need a carpenter for. Well, that's inconvenient because, yeah, that's just really inconvenient. How about advanced carpenter from modular machinery instead of the actual forestry carpenter? That just needs dirt and slag. Both of those are fine. And water we now have. So that looks like more of a possibility, except that needs copper sheet metal but blocks of bronze. How are we going to make bronze without the ability to make bronze? Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I need to do a bit more investigation there, clearly. And it looks like to do that we're going to need diamonds. That's going to be the next episode. There is a chunk for diamonds off all the way over there. I did get a couple of diamonds from, I'm not going to use them up, from just random loot bags. And you're going to need at least 1 to be able to find them. So just go and get lots of red science packs, really, and just turn them in. And you will get a diamond. It's like a 1 to 2% chance. So you may need quite a few loot bags. However, you can just use this advanced ore scanner and just recharge it. I think it lets you recharge in the capacitors. But you can just walk around with that if you are in a non-void world. But in my case, I am going to need diamonds for quartz grindstone, I think. Because I'm going to get bronze. I can get it from bronze blend, which I assume can still be made with just, 2 copper and 1 tin or whatever we're actually going to have for that. But to do that, we need to at least get a quartz grindstone because I don't have anything else that can crush ores just yet. Everything else in here I can make. And yes, I could go make that right now because I have 2 diamonds, but I'm not sure whether you will, so I don't want to be unfair to you guys if you haven't already got them. So I'm going to go make that step where I'm going to go and find the diamond ore. Unlike the rest, you don't get like 64,000 in a chunk. You might get up to 250 in a chunk. So yeah, it's not quite as lucrative. Anyway, so to do that, we're going to go and do the same thing as the other mine that we got up and running, and I'll meet you back next episode for that. One thing in the meantime, however, I'm running a little bit low on pistol magazines as I keep getting more and more dragons, so I just thought I'd show you briefly how to make more of those. You can get flint, which is just a shovel with 3 gravel, and gravel is just made with pickaxe and the hardened stone. And you'll be able to make those into mechanical parts. Okay, so let's just make, I don't know, can we make any more than that? Oh, I'm running out of iron, aren't I? I've got more iron. There we go. Let's just make, I don't know, 10 of them. And then pistol magazine. Okay. Not piston, pistol magazine. Okay, we want the empty kind first. So we need iron nuggets and iron ingots. And those are easy enough to create. Iron nuggets, of course, we can just get this way. So we can get lots of those. I may convert some of those back. That may be entirely too many. And we can then just put our mechanical parts in along with iron ingots. And we should be able to get some magazines. These are pistol magazines, however. So do bear in mind that little shortcoming. But we should be able to get the military soon. So I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just going to make 12 for now. And yeah, I will convert these iron nuggets back again. And then we want to fill that with pistol rounds. So pistol rounds, easy enough, iron, copper, and charcoal. So over here, let me just knock out this glass. I don't need this particular block of glass. I've got some charcoal, and I've got some iron and copper in my inventory. I'm going to need to just reform all of this. So let me just get all of these things converted back. I think that's everything. Yep. And then we can just convert that over. So I can just make pistol rounds. And I should be able to dump that in, and then we should be able to make lots of pistol rounds. Good. And from that, we can make pistol magazines. I can make that in my own inventory, actually. I've got everything I need. There we go. So I've now got 17 pistol magazines, which will do for the moment. But later, of course, we're going to unlock, I think it's the AK-47. If you're looking military, there's a couple of things it tells you to actually do. One is this Red's research unlocks zombie villagers and skeletons and provides the AKM for longer range firepower. So I think I'll take that if I had enough red research. Do I have any more over here? I thought I put some in. I did. Good. Yep, so that should unlock this. And then down here it says military 2. So provide access to grenades, combat shotgun, and incendiary ammo. My base is made out of wood. Incendiary ammo, probably don't want to go for that. However, that does unlock the military science pack, fair enough. And we do want some armor. So a suit of iron armor isn't going to offer the protection needed. Look at crafting a suit of soldier's armor. So we'll just say okay to that. And then let's just take a look at soldier's armor. So soldier, there are multiple pieces. Soldier's helmet, soldier's vest, all requires this heavy cloth, which I got some out of loot bags, but I didn't, we can make it. Now, I killed my sheep accidentally, so I can't make this one. The leather, usually you get some way of making it out of rotten flesh, yeah, with a chemical laboratory or a drying rack, depending on the actual pack. This does not have the drying rack, it seems, so the other way of getting it is via tough fabric, which is made from industrial hemp fiber. Remember earlier in the episode, I said you're going to want industrial hemp fiber. Well, that's where you get 100 industrial hemp seeds from breaking this grass, so we can put those outside or even in here, and maybe it'll grow some industrial hemp for us. I did get a few of these tough fabrics, I want to say. Heavy cloth, sorry. 2 of them. Not really enough for a new set of armor, really, is it? But I can go and craft that amount outside the episodes. And over there, you can see I've started moving trees over there right next to wherever I'm producing pollution, in the hope that some of those is going to absorb some of the pollution. Whether that's going to be true or not, I don't know. Maybe different plants will actually absorb different amounts. We'll have to play around with that as well and come back to you. So that's pretty it for this episode. I think we've got quite a bit done. We've got this sort of whole thing, which is basically converting our biogenerator, conversion over from saplings or leaves into basically more dirt. We're using our laboratory. We've got green science packs unlocked. We've got an improved blast furnace, which is now able to make steel as well as iron. Or indeed copper, you can put copper in there too. And you can also put coal in the top as well as your, into like your hopper as well as your ores. As long as there's one spot in your hopper reserved for coal, it'll keep on feeding the blast furnace as well. So things will just automatically process. And it's quite quick. We can improve the speed going forward. But for now, I think that's pretty much okay for an episode. What do you guys think? If you've got any comments, any questions, things you're having difficulty with, put them down below and we'll take a look at... Ooh, turrets. Within a short radius, only low damage, better than nothing. Yeah, so maybe we'll have to look at those soon. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up down below if you have. Click to subscribe if you're not already. Click on the bell if you want notifications for more episodes like these. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.